Hey guys, it's your boy Stormy coming at you with another life story. This is my first time buying weed. I just tried to record this and my microphone wasn't plugged in. So the gameplay's like halfway in. So this is my first time buying weed. I was like 13. I do not recommend you guys. Yes. I do not recommend you guys do weed, buy weed at this young of an age. And So let's get right into it. In the last story, I mentioned Jeffrey and Leonardo, and they're kind of in this story. So I told them, I was like, you know what, guys, I want to buy a G, and they're like, all right, we'll go to this spot. And mind you, the quarry was from the last life story was on one side of the town, and the spot that the guy I was gonna buy it off was on the other side. So I had to bike 30 minutes all the way across fucking town just to buy a G, and the it wasn't even that good. And so I biked all the way just for a G, and the guys, oh, I'll get into that in a second. The guys were complete dicks, and so I go to the train tracks that I was buying it at, and it was one guy, we'll name him Fred. I didn't even know who the fuck this guy was. Sketchy guy. Um, so this guy's name was Fred, we'll call him. So Fred was like, "Hey man, I'm Fred." I was like, "Hey, I'm Stormy," because I'm not gonna give my real name in this video. And they were like, "Hey man, what's up?" Or I shouldn't say they yet, anyways. So he was like, "Hey man, what's up?" I was like, "Hey, I just need a G." He's like, "Man, I got you." And so this guy must just always have weed on him because I was like, "You know what? I'll get two." And he just fucking pulls out a whole different bag. I'm like, "What?" And so I'm like, I'll get a G. And oh, where was that? Yeah, I'll get a G. And he's like, all right, so he gets the scale and shit out. I'm like, fuck. And so as he's giving me, I'm giving him the $10. His whole posse of 20 people, so there's like 21 people there, all come out of fucking nowhere. And they're like, hey, what the fuck are you doing here? And so they fucking started cussing at me and shit. I was like, hey, I'm just trying to buy G. And they're like, man, get the fuck out. I was like, do you guys not want me to buy weed? They're like, no, buy weed and get out. I'm like, you know what? Fuck you guys. So I get my G, and I stood around. I actually pulled out a plastic bottle. Don't use a plastic bottle. I got a plastic bottle and my grinder out and my pipe or whatever. I was like, fuck, I'm gonna smoke here. And they were like, man, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm gonna smoke here. They're like, no, this is our place. I'll call it Gayville because everyone there is a faggot. No, I like gay people, by the way. I'm not against it. So everybody there was fucking. I hated them, and so I started try and smoke, and they were like, "Man, you can't smoke here." I was like, "What gives me, or what gives you guys the right to smoke here and I can't?" They were like, "Cause this is our spot." I'm like, "Well, it's my spot." And they were like fucking 18, and I was pissed off. I was in a pissed off mood that day. I wasn't having any shit. So them cussing at me, I was gonna do something about it. So I went and I tried to smoke, and then they fucking got up. One guy I think had a knife. He's like, "You better get the fuck out of here." I was like, "You know what, man? Just so you don't shit your pants and have fucking your boyfriend change your diaper, I'll leave." And so I got up. I left. Had another half hour across town back to my spot, and Leonardo and Jeffrey weren't even there. So I had to go home. I put I put the G under like a rock, and I came back the next day, and Leonardo and Jeffrey there. Leonardo and Jeffrey were there. I was like, um, hey guys, what's up? And so I look under the rock, and my weed's not there. I'm like, did you guys touch my weed? They're like, oh, we thought it was ours. So I bought a G just for my friends. I didn't even get any, but they ended up that later that day buying like 4 Gs or something. They gave me two of it, I think, because they felt bad. And so I got 2 Gs out of it. And yeah, I recommend you guys don't do what I did at this young of an age. And yeah, if you guys enjoyed what I hated, make sure you leave a like. If you guys want to hear more stories about weed or just more stories, make sure you like and subscribe. Ooh, he got fucking rocked. And I will see you guys in the next video. This has been your boy Stormy, or you can just call me fucking retard if you want. And this has been me bringing you a life story.